In a world where rock legends are bowing out with farewell tours and final albums, Spinal Tap II The End Continues dares to ask, what if the most iconic fictional band of all time tried one last comeback? But here's where it gets controversial. Does nostalgia save a sequel, or does it just make us feel old? This 41-year-later follow-up to the cult classic This Is Spinal Tap leans heavily on the charm of its predecessors, offering a mix of chuckles and cringeworthy moments that will split audiences. Let's dive into the chaos. The film reunites the legendary, fictional rockers Nigel Tufnel, David St. Hubbins, and Derek Smalls, now living delightfully absurd lives. Nigel runs a cheese and guitar shop in northern England. David composes murder-themed podcast scores from a California beach town, and Derek, ever the glue enthusiast, manages a museum dedicated to adhesive products. Meanwhile, director Martin de Rob Reiner, returns to document their reunion, though his career hasn't exactly peaked since the first film. The setup is simple. The band plans a final concert in New Orleans, but first, they must find a drummer who doesn't meet a tragic end. Cue a series of disastrous auditions featuring real-world icons like Questlove and Lars Ulrich, until they land Didi, Valerie Franco, a spirited new drummer who becomes Derek's immediate target for romantic mischief. And this is the part most people miss. The humor here is deliberately low-key. Think deadpan jokes about Spinal Tap water and merch tie-ins that mock the absurdity of modern branding. Paul McCartney and Elton John make cameos, with the latter claiming to be a lifelong fan, a joke that's both sweet and maddeningly meta. The film also nods to the original's cast, including Fran Drescher, and a touching tribute to the late Tony Hendra, who played the band's manager. But not all jokes land. Ghost tours in New Orleans and a Crosby, Stills, Nash parody, shot by the real photographer, feel more like inside baseball than universal laughs. The real magic lies in the chemistry of Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, who've spent decades perfecting their ridiculous personas. Their comfort in these roles turns even mundane moments into gold. The final concert sequence, particularly Elton John's doomed lead vocal on Stonehenge, is a highlight that perfectly captures the film's tone, equal parts hilarious and heartbreaking. Yet some may argue that the movie never truly reinvents itself. Is that a flaw, or is it a celebration of the original's enduring legacy? Spinal Tap II The End Continues won't revolutionize the mockumentary genre, but it's a warm, if uneven, love letter to its fans. It's the sequel we didn't know we needed, until we remembered how much we loved the first one. Now, the burning question. Do you think nostalgia can save a sequel, or does it just hold it back? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because we all know the real drama is in the debate.